Guest-wise, looking very resplendent in a bit of glitter. And you can never go wrong with sparkle, to be quite honest. It's a warm welcome to Saara Aalto. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you.
It's very glittery.
It is, but I love glitter.
Well, we like a bit of sparkle.
Yes.
That must have been perfect when they said to you, do you want to do Dancing on Ice? And you go, what does it involve? And they went, glitter.
Yes, exactly.
You're in.
And glamour. I was like, yes, I'm going to do it. And I didn't think about all the dangers.
Well, yeah, I put a Twitter message on last night and I said, that you were coming in today. And I said, no, there is no way on this earth, in this studio with the dimensions, we're going to try doing the headbanger.
Yeah, let's not do it.
I mean, that has got to be the most petrifying thing to ever attempt to do.
Yeah, it is actually. The practice, like how do you get to there? It's awful. Like you have to wear a helmet and all the knee pads and everything, and then kind of like letting go of the ice and just letting yourself, like hang there. And Hamish is holding my leg. It's awful, but when you actually do it, it's fun. Yeah. Like when you get to the point that you can actually do it, it's quite fun. But the training process is not.
Yeah, because I mean, we've seen people do it in the past who have had a lot of trouble with it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's even down to just presenting your ankle in the wrong position.
Yes, exactly.
Otherwise, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. You'll slip out of somebody's hands.
I know. It's awful. Oh, my God. I'm scared when I think about it.
But everyone I've ever spoken to about it has said the same thing. Who doesn't want to be trained by the world's greatest ice dancing duo?
Yep, exactly.
If you're gonna be trained by anybody, get trained by a world champ.
Yes, and like learning a new skill.
Yeah,
and have all those other pros around you as well. Like there were so many good, amazing skaters just training us. It's just incredible to do that.
And why in my head now do I think, Saara Aalto, I can see the CV going into Disney on Ice to get the Disney on Ice gig. Because you're the only person I know that's ever sung at the same time as doing their routine.
That's true, actually.
Some people do it in their heads, but not physically sound.
Yeah, because you know what? When we were training Let It Go, I was a bit nervous and I did some mistakes, and my partner Hamish was like, Saara, just sing. And I sang, and it made me really confident, and I was skating better when I sang. So he was like, let's do it on TV, and I was like, okay. And it was fun.
Of course, it's opening next year in London. Disney have announced just a couple of days ago that Frozen is opening in the West End. Yeah, the musical. So get in there, get the CV in.
Yeah.
You want a gig near home?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, that would be amazing.
What would you love to do if you went to doing theatre stuff?
Yeah.
What's the one role you would love to do if somebody was to come along now?
Yeah.
With the piece of paper with the dotted line.
This is easy for me. Elphaba from Wicked. It's easy. That's why I wanted to skate to Defying Gravity on Dancing on Ice, because it's my favorite musical and that role would be perfect. But of course, I'm a Disney girl. Like I gave my voice to Princess Anna in the Finnish version of Frozen, so I'm like a pure Disney girl. So of course I would want to do a Disney musical as well. So Frozen, why not? Let's do it.
And I know that you're about to tour as well. You're doing, and I love this, an evening with. And it's not going to be massive arenas. It's going to be somewhere where basically you can just sit and chat.
Yes, and that's what I wanted. Yes, my tour, An Evening with Saara Aalto, starts in the end of May. And I'm actually coming to Manchester. I think that's the closest place. So Manchester, 2nd of June. And I really wanted to create this beautiful atmosphere where my fans and the people who come there, they can communicate with me. We can talk. I can share my stories to them. They can ask me questions. I'm going to be singing my favorite songs, but it's very intimate. Like imagine Lady Gaga with her piano / Liza Minnelli, something like that. Something different. I don't want to be that distant pop star. It's not my style. I want to really connect. So.
Guest stars?
There will be, but I can't tell you yet.
Have you managed to convince Indina Menzel to come and actually be a guest star? Because that would be probably for you the ultimate.
That would be actually. And maybe, I can't tell you. You have to come and see it.
She's saying absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I can't.
Dear goodness. But as you walked in today, of course, our screens in the studio, we now have a lovely way of putting up your name. And yesterday afternoon, you caused me nightmares because I thought, I've got to put welcome in Finnish.
Yeah.
And the internet, it's a great thing at times, but you actually think, have I searched the right word?
Exactly.
Is it correct?
It's correct. Tervetuloa. means welcome in Finnish. It's perfect. And my name, you spelled it right. Enough of A's. Like there's like how many A's? 5 A's in my name.
You would be fantastic on a game of Scrabble.
I am actually very good.
Yeah, your name on a double word score would be fantastic, really.
Oh, yeah, like that. Yeah, that's
But
true.
as well as that, I said to you before, off air, that you get a present.
Yeah?
So before we have a piece of music, here is your present.
Do you want me to open it
and
now?
I'm hoping that something on that is absolutely correct because I researched that as well. You're now very worried.
What is it?
So inside is your Staffordshire mug because, of course, you're in the home of the potteries in the UK where all pottery is made.
Ooh.
So here is your mug, which has on one side you and Hamish.
Oh, my God.
But on the other side, is that not correct as your town?
It is.
See, there you go, the town you're from.
And how do you call this? It's like the...
well, we would probably call it a crest. It's like the crest of...
Crest.
More so than a logo, yeah. It's a crest of your town.
Yes, it is. Oh my God. It's Oulu, my hometown, and me and Hamish on a mug. That's amazing. Nobody has ever done anything like this.
You can take that now on your audience widths, and at least you can have your own cup of tea at the side.
Yes. Thank you. It's beautiful.
We will chat more to Saara Aalto in just a moment here at Signal 2. Paul Simons, you can call me Al from Signal 2. Saara Aalto is still with us. Now, your new single, Dance Like Nobody's Watching, last year we did a lovely campaign that was called Don't Dance Alone. And it was on about, carers and people who look after people, saying that you aren't on your own. And to some extent, Don't Dance is exactly the same message, isn't it, for you? Because you're doing it for the trans community and indeed for Mermaids, which is a big charity of yours.
Yeah. They were involved with my music video. So this song is all about being yourself and living the life you want and being yourself in your life, like dancing with your own style, singing with your own voice, do what you want. And the music video is all about a transgender woman who wants to be a ballerina, and we follow her journey. We see her as a child wanting to go to dance lessons and her dad not accepting her, and then how she grows up and she is that beautiful ballerina in the end. And actually the girl in the music video is a real transgender ballerina, and it was her first time ever dancing professionally after her transformation. So it was really emotional shooting for us.
I was going to say, you'd be sitting there with a box of tissues crying your eyes out at that one.
We were.
And you managed to wangle Hamish into the video as well. He got in there.
Yes, because we were filming the video during our training for Dancing on Ice. And I was like, I need to have Hamish in the video. And yeah. So basically, he's a skating coach in the video, and the child wants to go and try skating as well. And it was just it's a great memory for me and for Hamish, because Dancing on Ice really was a very big experience for both of us. And now we have this video, and and
also with something like Dancing on Ice, and it's the same with things like Strictly. There's such a huge following.
Yeah.
It's a great way of getting a message out there as well for people.
Exactly.
And it's I remember we're welcoming back soon Duncan James out of Blue.
Oh, nice.
Because Duncan's back doing Rocky Horror, which of course is a show full of transvestites and all sorts of things.
He's my friend.
But when Duncan last came in here, we were talking about his relationship, and 14 years ago he came and did a gig down here and brought his daughter, and we all remember his daughter being this cute little thing of like 2. Now she's 14.
Yes.
But at the time Duncan was doing Priscilla Queen of the Desert, which again has an amazing message behind it, and he was saying just like the character that he was playing in the show, he's had the conversation about it's perfectly all right in this world to have 2 dads.
Absolutely.
There's nothing at all wrong with it.
Yes.
And I think it's lovely now the way that if you'd probably done Dancing on Ice 10 years ago, the general opinion of people would have been totally different to how it now is.
It's insane, and it's so good that it has changed so much. Like my fiance was there supporting me every week in front of the cameras, and we didn't get any negative comments, anything. So everybody's just fine with it. It's perfect.
Which isn't that lovely now?
It's so lovely. Makes life so much easier.
Talking to the other half, she's here.
Well, she is.
She is with you today, which is good. Which means, can we ask about the wedding? Because of course, look, it's been put off that many times. You know, I'm getting the impression now that you're taking on jobs to avoid getting married because you've done Dancing on Ice.
My fiancé hates me.
I was going to say, Dancing on Ice, it's got postponed. Eurovision, it got postponed again. Is it now, there's a nod going on, there's a definite nod going on, that is it going to happen? Because I've heard Nicole Scherzinger's singing at the wedding.
That would be a dream, but let's see. I mean, it's been too many years. We've been engaged for 4 years already. Mm-hmm. Have we? Almost. Yeah, hopefully we'll
It's not good when you've got to look and say, have we been for 4 years, and you're trying to confirm the amount of years.
You know what? Everything in my life is a bit of a blur because... You know, there's been so many things going on. I don't even know which year it is. But maybe we get married next year. That's a goal. It's a goal.
Do you want to say that again? I'll record it and then we can play it. Yes. We can play it back on a regular basis, like monthly to you, to remind you that you have said that we're going to do it next year. Are you sure you're not going to do Eurovision again next year?
Yeah, but you know what?
There's nothing else coming up.
Well, if I go and do the Frozen the musical, then we couldn't get married next year.
It'll get delayed again.
Exactly. So that's my problem.
Mind you, it depends whether the theatre that it's going into. I wonder whether it's licensed for marriages, because you could obviously get married on stage.
Me being Elsa or whatever, Snowman or whatever.
Yeah, just remember on the marriage licence. Elsa doesn't go particularly well. It needs your name rather than Elsa in the marriage licence.
Oh, what do we do? Yeah.
We'll chat more with Saara in a moment, but here is the new single, which is just great. Dance Like Nobody's Watching. Dance Like Nobody's Watching. Saara Aalto's new single, and she's with us in sunny Stoke. So you're out touring doing this. Then, of course, you've got the evening with. What's next? What are you up to after that? Because, you know, obviously we need to make sure that the diary isn't too full so that the wedding can take place. But what are you planning to do
So
next?
basically, so now I'm preparing myself for the tour. I do the tour. We have many dates in the UK, but then I have some dates in Finland as well. In the summer I have lots of gigs coming, but most of them are still not announced. But there's going to be some very nice gigs. And doing new music.
Is there a Dancing on Ice tour as well?
It's not this year, actually.
They're going to do it next year?
I think it's next year. And I still don't know if I'm going to do it because I have quite many things there on my paper. Let's see what I...
Just be careful, because if you do, having again chatted to people from the past, there are 2 buses. There are 2 coaches between venues. Okay. There is the quiet bus and the party bus. Okay. Which one are you likely to get on?
The quiet bus. I'm sure.
And apparently the quiet bus is like Jane and Chris and that lot. The people who like to rest.
Yes, please, that's me.
The party lot, apparently all sorts happens on the party bus.
Yeah, but I kind of would want to know what's actually happening there.
We'll chat more to Saara in a moment. Let's get the travel. It's been a delight to have a natter to Saara Aalto. Now, you've got to be ready for Eurovision, because it's only about about 6 weeks away, really, Eurovision now, isn't it? Yeah. But before you went in to do it, were you a Eurovision fan?
Yes, since I was 10.
But are you one of these Eurovision... I've got a Eurovision fan friend who has the Eurovision party on the night. Yeah. With, you know, food from around the world. Yeah. Everyone dressed up. Mm-hmm. Is that the sort of thing that you would get involved with?
Yeah, I used to have a party. Yes, or then I would go to my friend's place who had a party. But yeah, there would be a Eurovision party every year.
You see, people say this about the UK, that we don't seem to take it as seriously as everywhere else seems to take it. All the other countries seem to take it seriously, and we don't.
Finland doesn't. We are the same. UK and Finland are the same. Yeah.
Have they ever won?
Finland once, 2006. Lordy Hard Rock Hallelujah. And that's when I had a party at my home, and that was crazy. The craziest party I've ever had.
And they were perfect to dress up as.
Oh yeah.
I mean, now that was serious makeup to dress up in.
Yes.
Would you ever do it again, though?
Yes, I would.
Because some people have said, you know, it can ruin your career. luckily, I mean, only about 12 months ago, we had Cliff Richard on here talking to Sir Cliff, and obviously he did it twice. And he said, look, if appearing in front of 200 million people is going to affect your career, I'll quite happily turn up every year and do it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's also about you and how you take advantage, like what you do with it. Maybe it can ruin your career if you don't do it right and take advantage of it. But it's hard for me to see that, though. It's a great opportunity.
Yeah.
I think you should just do it absolutely.
And are you one for seizing opportunities?
Yes.
It's the old life's too short, isn't it? Never want to go through life saying, I wish I'd.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody should just do Eurovision and love Eurovision.
Try and fail, and then at least you say you can do it. You've done it.
What is failure anyway? I don't believe in failure. They are all experiences, and you need those experiences to grow and learn. You just need those. Well,
thank you for coming in.
It's been
lovely to meet you. And enjoy your mug when you're on tour.
Yes.
And of course, you'll be in Manchester in June.
Yeah, 2nd of June.
2nd of June. And thanks for popping in and seeing us.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.